Hey guys, it's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe, and I wanted to talk about a game that everyone shits on that I'm enjoying to a degree. And it sounds kind of funny coming from a 33-year-old man, but I'm a huge fan of the Animal Crossing series. I really love the GameCube version. I played that for a while. I'm now playing City Folk, and I just picked up Amiibo Festival. Now, people say this is horrible. It's not horrible. You're gonna definitely find more in-depth reviews about the gameplay than something I can give you because I don't capture footage. But the game is $14.99 brand new at GameStop. A lot of GameStops now have new ones as used, so they must have just not sold as well, so they're putting them as used or shipping them out or something. So they come in this big cardboard case, um, and the used ones are $9.99. So if you have the Pro Rewards or whatever it's called, the Power Up Rewards, it's now like $8.99. Between $10 to $15, I would say this game is worth it. The main basis of the game is it's a board game. You have to use, here's the catch, you have to use the two amiibo that come with the game. You only need one amiibo to play the board game, but you can then use like generic villagers to fill in the other gaps for whoever wants to play. How you roll the dice is you take the amiibo and put it up to the gamepad, and when you move it away, the dice rolls. The thing people didn't like about the board game was it's very random. Every day something changes. There's a stock market with these turnips you get that you can buy, and every day that changes. So then you have to know whether to sell your turnips. Um, the spots change on the board. Sometimes they flip. Sometimes um, they bring up different characters from the Animal Crossing universe that do different things. Sometimes they sell you cards or give you special abilities, things like that. But it's all very, very random. The only way you really control how to win is which way you're going. If you sometimes you don't have the option because there's only one path, but which way you're going, and then when you decide to sell your turnips, they spoil after a week. So you have a week to make a profit. Um, there's lots of cute little clips that are kind of boring that you have to skip past. So while you're playing, you'll land on a space and it'll like show a little clip of your character doing whatever, playing music in the park, and somebody really loved his song, so they gave him $5, and your money will go up. The way to win the game is whoever has the most happy points by the end of the board game wins. The minimum amount of time you can set the board game for is 30 minutes, which seems like a lot, and it kind of is, but it goes fairly quickly. Beth and I got a couple of chuckles out of the game. We played, I think, 2 or 3 times so far on 30 minutes. They recommend 45 minutes for two people. I think like an hour, hour and 15 when you start, going up to like I think 4 people. I want to say it's 4 people. Um, yeah, 4 people. And as I said, you only need really the one amiibo. It has to be an Animal Crossing amiibo, but you only need one. Um, as you play the game and you win, well, the other thing is you can take there's happy points and like bells, which is money in the Animal Crossing universe. At the end of the game, you turn your bells into happy points, and then the happy points you use to unlock things. Your character or your amiibo, it saves the NFC chip and levels up, so you can get different little outfits for your character in the game. Just little things like that, nothing major. I think you can unlock different board game parts like houses and stuff that you can manipulate. I know with Happy Home Designer there is some linking between that and this. I don't have a 3DS. I don't have that game, and the more happy points you get, the more levels you get, and you can use the happy points to buy tickets, and the tickets you can then use to buy mini games. And the mini games are pretty cool. The mini games use these cards. So it comes with 3 cards, and some of the games you can play with 1 card or 2 or 3 cards. A few of them, I think it's 2 of them, you need 6 cards. So right out of the gate, it kind of stunts you from playing all the mini games because you only have 3 cards. So you would have to buy another pack of cards to really get the full extent of this, which kind of sucks. The mini games vary. I've only unlocked, I think, 3 of them. One of them is a whack-a-mole game where when you put the card to the gamepad, you hit that area, so you want to switch around and move the cards around depending on what area you want to hit. The really fun mini game that I really the other one is you put the card down and let it go, and a little character drops out of the sky and like hits these balloons almost like a pachinko machine, and wherever he lands gives you extra points, and however many balloons he pops gives you extra points. The really best game on the disc, which most people will attest to, is there's a mini game which is a like desert island type thing, where you use your cards and your characters are on the screen, and you have to go around the island finding items, fighting bad guys, um, getting food, and surviving. And pretty much the way to do things is like a wheel will pop up on the screen and you have to hit it at the right time. And if you miss it, something bad happens. You know, maybe you don't get the food, or you get less food, or you lose a fight and you don't get whatever. But you also gain levels in that too that you can then use towards these tickets to purchase more mini games. I think if I recall, there's either 6 or 8 mini games. There's so much words, so many words on the back of this that I can't pinpoint it off the top of my head. But I want to say it's around 6 or 8 mini games. Um, I did pick this up yesterday for $4 at Best Buy because I just like this character, Mr. Resetti. He's the guy that comes out and yells at you if you reset your system without saving. So it's a cute game. It definitely appeals more towards a younger audience. I would say if you have children who are just playing and don't really understand the mechanics of a board game, or can't comprehend a lot of difficult things to do in a board game, it's fun. If you like the Animal Crossing series and you don't want a ton of interaction but still kind of have a fun, kind of cute time, I like it. I don't think it's bad by any means. Could they have done a lot more with it? Yes. Could they have added the mini games to the board game? Yes. Could they have added less randomness and more things with skill, or like working things out or doing quizzes or anything? Yes. It's definitely not what everyone wanted, and I think that's why everyone hates it so much. They wanted Animal Crossing, and what they got was a game based on amiibos that people now have to purchase more amiibos if they want more characters in the game, purchase more cards to play some of the mini games, etc. And I think people were very disappointed in that, myself included. But it's fun for what it is. It's a cute little offshoot. It's $10 to $15. They had real balls charging $60 when the game was first released, which is not worth it. In the price range it's at now, if any of this sounds fun to you, with its limited interaction, but its unlocking of mini games and its kind of nonchalant, relaxing sort of random pace, I would say it's worth it for $9.99 or even $14.99. But that is like the absolute highest I would go. As I said, if you're an amiibo guy, it does come with two of the amiibos, Digby and is it I can't remember her name. Is it Clarabelle or something? I can't remember her name at all. Beth uses this character. But anyway, it's a cute game. It has some very cute little interesting features to it, and it's not super thought provoking by any means, except when you're playing the other mini games. So check it out if that sounds interesting to you. Overall, I'd probably give it like a 6, 6.5. Not horrible, not as bad as everyone is making it out to be, but it's also not like a great game either. So it's sort of in that middling area. But thanks guys for watching. It's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe. Be good.